And welcome into another episode of the Delco Duo. I'm one half of the Delco Duo, Monica Crime.
And I'm Jenna Meisner, the other half. Thanks so much for spending a little bit of your Saturday night with us. Can't believe we are now in mid-July. We're just moving through these summer nights.
Yes, summer nights are the only part of the summer that I'm enjoying.
We're on fire. We've been on fire.
But I love
many a days.
But I love the nights. It's like so nice. You know what I mean? Like the sun goes down.
If it's not buggy.
Yeah.
Summer bugs at nighttime drive me nuts.
That is miserable. And if it's not buggy, oh, it's so nice just to sit outside.
And if you have like an outdoor setup where you could watch us, chef's kiss.
That is really nice.
But if you could avoid the heat, stay inside, watch the Delco Duo, because even though it's 11:30 at night, it's probably still 1,000 degrees outside.
It's still fine to be outside. So yes, I do love those like back patios when, you know, you've got like the projector.
They're fancy. That's like
so nice.
High class.
I'm always looking at my neighbors. I'm like, oh.
I'll go on walks and see like the way that people have their patio set up, and it's amazing. If you have a cool patio set up, can you send it to us so we can be jealous? I would love to see like the outdoor TVs.
Yes.
I wish something to dream about.
Yes. And then if you're watching the Delco Duo outside, I'd love to see that. Okay. Let's get to the debrief now.
So speaking of sending us photos of your outdoor setup or your summer vibes, we wanted to reiterate ways that you can send us your issues. Mm-hmm. So we always say that like at the end of the show, and I know it's the start of the show, but we always tell people that they can write into us with email, find us on social media, and we joke around sometimes that you can actually send us mail. And we just officially, obviously we keep everybody anonymous, so I'm going to cover the name. But we received our first Delco Duo actual letter. Most of you are virtual and sending us email is what we get the most of.
Yes.
DMs on social media too.
Yes.
But we've never gotten a letter.
And we have snail mail, and we love it.
And if we open this up,
wow,
it's written so nicely. It actually
is handwritten.
It's a handwritten issue submitted. So this catches our eye. If you want to catch the Delco Duo's eye, send us mail. And it referenced a show that was a couple weeks back, which makes sense because it came through the U.S. Postal Office.
Not the quickest of methods. And but wait, before we get, is that the issue?
This is our first issue, so we won't get there yet.
Because we also received another interesting way of,
we did.
It was our regular way of receiving, majority of our issues are sent via email.
Yes.
But this person, so sweet, sent us an email, and then they attached a Word document
with their thoughts.
With their thoughts.
So rather than just typing it into the email, they typed it into Microsoft Word and then attached it. They also threw some shade at us, so that's why we're throwing a little bit of shade back at you.
And that is fine.
And that's fine. We love all the comments we get, but they did not feel that we were
true Delco.
True Delconians.
Delconians, because we went to Catholic school.
But you were saying there's a lot of Catholic schools in Delco.
Yeah.
So
I think that's pretty typical for Delconians to go to Catholic school.
There's a ton of them, but
there's a lot of Catholics.
I think it was more so the location of the schools being, Villanova area, which again, some parts are Delco. It is still Delco, but we get it. We get it. We understand why you feel that way, and we are always open to everybody's feelings. But that kind of hurt. That hurt us a little bit. We were a little bit hurt by that.
I'm quite surprised because you do hear like a lot of people in Delco identify by their parish. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, I'm St. Dot's, I'm St. Bernie's,
I don't think it was so much of I think it was the location.
Okay.
Like the main line and Villanova was the insinuation, but technically we understand. We're still Delco.
But so anyway, we just thought it was so funny / cute that someone sent us an email but attached a Word document of what their issue.
Emails don't have a word count, right? Like you could have gone on and on through the email.
In this email.
Whichever way you're submitting it, we don't care. We just like to talk with you.
Absolutely.
So Delco Duo at phl17.com or 5001 Winfield Avenue, Philadelphia, PA, 19131. Delco Duo. All right. So let's get to the first issue of the evening, which was written in this fine letter that we received.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Molly from Milbourne.
And obviously keeping you super anonymous.
Yes. Do either of you know why birds tweet at 3:30 in the morning? I thought birds were supposed to sleep at night. Are they hungry, happy, or what? It's a good point, Molly.
Well, initially I did a little research because obviously this is bothering Molly, so I wanted to, get to the bottom of it. But initially I'm like, no, birds, a lot of birds don't sleep at night. First of all, many birds are nocturnal. Mm-hmm. You just know that off the bat. Some birds, like owls, you just know are totally nocturnal. Yes. They sleep during the day.
This is now turning into Nat Geo, but yes, absolutely.
and sleep and are up during the night because a lot of them hunt during the night.
Yes.
So a lot of those birds that prey.
She's more thinking of your tweet, like the birds that you would think do sleep during the night, not bats or owls or.
No, for the most part, there's going to be a lot of birds at night. That are going to tweet. That's where they interact is at night.
Yeah, she says they're keeping her up.
So
things to check.
I actually did then look online, and it does say that that's actually not necessarily the bird's problem. It's your window problem.
Oh,
your windows might be leaking sound that you might want to kind of get
a cheaper alternative. Well, maybe it might not be
new windows are not
a cheaper alternative, but if there's any source of artificial light, so if you have an outdoor light that's on, you probably can't control your street lights. So if you live on a street lamp lined street that they keep them on all night, any sort of artificial light can sort of make a bird think that it's a different time of day. So do you have a garage light that's on or a front door light that's on? Of course, I know for safety reasons, a lot of people like to have their houses well lit at night.
Yes.
But that could be another reason that the birds think that it's daytime.
Right. And so just deal with that because that's safety reasons.
I got really interested into this, the Delco Duo.
We
do research about this.
We just had a whole segment on bizarre bird behavior, and we learned so much at that point. But
this was my favorite one: less competition with other birds to search for mates. Mm-hmm. So that's a way that they're trying to mate.
Their territory.
It just makes you think they're not so different from humans. It's like the last call at the bar, 2 a.m. You're like, there's not many people out there. You're coming home with me, okay? There's not a lot of competition at that time. 2 a.m. at the bar.
I've never thought of competition. Last call as marking your territory. I've always just thought, okay, last call, let's get our last round of drinks in.
Well, yes, but the bar's pretty quiet at that point. Most people have gone home. So
no.
Yeah.
Usually the bar's popping and they're like, last call, and you're like, come on guys, get your last round in. Come on. There's no time.
I guess it depends on what bar you're at.
There's no time for flirting right now. Get your last round in. And then I was also thinking birds really wake you up at the dawn of the morning, and that also did a lot of research for you, Molly, is because birds are really happy that they survived the night because
that's so sad.
It can get really brutal at night. Again, birds of prey will hunt other birds, and so birds wake up and they're like, I survived. I survived the night. Woohoo!
Okay.
And that's why they're so tweet at the dawn of the morning.
All that was found on Google, Molly. So I know you wrote us in, but you could also,
I know, but that was fun, Molly. Thank you for bringing it up. And we're back. You look beautiful.
We are back. So I was doing this all day today. Monica was quite concerned. She posted many photos on her social media, which is a whole other issue. When you post bad pictures of your friends when they're doing something in private.
That, man.
Now it's not so private. So when you have a constantly leaky nostril, it's not one of those nostrils or one of those runny noses that you blow and it's all done. It's we're all good. It's just constantly leaking. This is the best solution. Yeah. Do you not agree?
I do agree.
Have you ever seen She's the Man with Amanda Bynes and Channing Tatum?
No, I've never watched the full movie.
That's a crime because it's hilarious.
Did he stick a tampon up there?
I was going to say a feminine product, but...
A tampon?
A tampon, yes. So that also works more so for nosebleeds, but...
Yes.
I just needed to do this for a moment. So I thought Monica asked me to show you all.
This is how she does it.
This is how I do it.
She was doing
And
it in
it'll
between,
be better.
during like our regular 4-hour show. She was doing it during commercial breaks. So I just thought, you know what? Let's share this with the world.
Let's share this and see if you have a better remedy. There's not one.
There's not. And then a lot of times you have to do that because instead of blowing your nose, which takes all the makeup off.
Yep. It's a struggle.
This is what we have to do.
Okay.
Oh, you want to take that out?
I won't take it out on camera.
Go.
I'll spare our viewers
Mark,
that.
focus on me.
What?
Focus on me
No,
right now.
we're gonna
There we go.
run. Okay.
And take it out.
It's gone.
Because
Do you want to hold it?
it doesn't look that wet.
This has turned gross now. Okay. This is not my issue, but let's get to Monica's issue before people throw up.
What's Monica crying about?
So recently, down the shore, we had a big party for the July 4th holiday.
Uh-huh.
And also because it was close to my birthday, I invited a bunch of people over. But remember, the shore is my parents' house.
Right.
It's my parents' house, but my brother and sister and I were all down. So, you know, every room is taken up. And my whole family, me, my husband, and my 2 kids are in one room, packed. My brother, his wife, and their kids in another, you know, just how those shore houses go.
Yeah.
So the house is packed, but I'm like, hey, everybody come over for a barbecue for July 4th. So I invite some of my girlfriends over, their kids, my cousins, their kids come over, but it was basically me inviting people over. And all of these kids running around. We had so much fun. It was such a great party.
Yeah.
And then the next day, you know, we're cleaning up and everything. And we look at furniture that my mom and dad have just purchased for one of the rooms. And
I don't like where this is going.
here is, if you guys can see, we took several pictures of this new furniture, and there are heart stamps all over one side of this new furniture.
My goodness.
Literally purchased about 3 weeks ago.
No.
And here's the stamp. So we found the stamp because we're like, what
culprit.
is this? This is the culprit.
Where
And-
was the stamp? Was it
was
hidden
in the-
or was it
It
out?
was at the bottom of the toy closet.
Oh.
So, I mean, it was just, you know. And here it is. Evenly spaced hearts that are just upside, you know. And the reason I'm explaining this to you is because, so we went and talked with my 5-year-old daughter, Josephine. Everybody has left, all the party guests. We had so much fun. The kids were so cute, loved the fireworks, had so much fun. So we talked with Josephine, and I said, you know, did you do this, Josephine? And she will fold under pressure immediately.
Classic first child.
First child.
Follows the rules.
Yes.
Yeah.
She would have started hysterically crying. She goes, no, Mommy, I'm too old to play with stamps. I believe her.
Okay. One
Not her. Wasn't her.
One culprit.
Yeah.
Relieved.
I said, did you see who did it? And she says, no, I didn't see who did it. I said, okay. I go to my 2.5-year-old. I said, Bubba, did you do this? He goes, yes, I did it. I did that. And I'm like, wow. Oh, buddy. And so then, you know.
I know in your heart of hearts, you were really hoping it was another kid.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I'm so disappointed. I'm like, you know, we don't do that to furniture. I'm like, oh shoot, now I'm responsible.
We don't
for
do that
this.
to furniture. But the way he responded, it seemed like he
was proud.
He thought it was a good thing. Like
He
was
definitely
like,
was
yes,
proud.
like look at my artwork.
Yes.
And it sounds like you were impressed by this art.
So, you know, and
said evenly spaced.
we yes. But so, you know, we did. We talked about it, and we said we don't do that to furniture. You know, we only put stamps on paper. That's, you know, and I'm going to work on this. I have to do Old English, and then I'm going to try magic eraser. All these things I'm going to try to do.
What's
and then,
Old English?
Like, I don't know. Someone told me to try Old English. Furniture polish. I don't know.
Thank you, Mark. And
Someone
Mark
told me to try Old English first and then do magic eraser. But then my mom starts to tell me, she's like, you know, we'll continue to talk with him about not doing this. She goes, but I've seen Bubba work on art. He's not that talented. Like, it's evenly spaced. It's the stamps
the
are
case
upright.
is still open.
Yeah. She's like, I don't think it was him. I don't think it was him.
Oh, you're Monica's friend and you're watching. Ask your kids.
No.
Who did it?
No, it's my responsibility
it?
no matter what.
Who done it?
It was my party. It's my responsibility.
Okay.
I need to take. I'm gonna.
You guys need cameras, is
I'm
what you
gonna
need.
I'm gonna try and clean it up.
Keep
And
us posted.
we're still gonna talk to him about not doing stamps on furniture. He needs to learn that.
Gosh. All right, let's take it to the trivia. The saga continues. In light of Bastille Day,
Which is July 14th.
yes,
Tomorrow.
what % of Delco claims French ancestry?
All right, Bastille Day. So how many people in Delco are celebrating? Not many. Not many.
This actually doesn't surprise me, to be honest. I
was surprised.
Okay, let's take a look at the answer.
1.1%.
I know Delco's all Irish and Italian. Look at that.
Jeez Louise, yes. So obviously Irish and
Comparatively.
Italian dominate, but I thought it would be at least like maybe 4%.
And we do like a lot of research, like we did telling you at the beginning of the show with the birds issue. I was trying to find a simple French connection to Delco. Any French connection I could find. It's really not easy. There's not a lot of restaurants. There's the cabin, the Swedish cabin.
Well, that's Swedish.
I know, but it has a French connection.
Swedish.
It has a French connection. I swear it does.
Sweden is located somewhat
No.
in Europe.
No, it does. The settlers or something were French.
There's that La Canala, I can't pronounce it, cafe. That's a French cafe. And it's
Delco?
in yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Wallingford.
Okay. If you know more about French little touches in Delaware County, tell us, because I was having a hard time finding it. But Bastille Day, you were telling me all about it.
It is. I think it's like basically like their Independence Day. Like I
I was liking the way that you were wording it to me, but we don't have enough time for that. If you know anything else about Bastille Day and relations to Delaware County, let us know. Delco Duo at phl17.com. That's also how you can submit your issues to us.
whether in a Word document,
Or you can write us in.
write us in. We appreciate any way you want to get in contact with us. Thanks so much. See you next week.